Today, we just got some major news about some improvements happening into Bentonville. This one thing has been a problem forever, and I'm glad they're finally fixing it. So, let's talk about that. Hey everybody, if you don't know who I am, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. If you weren't aware, I actually was a real estate broker located in the dumpster fire, the horrible, the godforsaken place of Illinois. Horrible. Decided to move away from there. Shocker, I know. And I started looking across all America where the best place to live is in America, literally. And Northwest Arkansas is by far the best place to live in America, by far. If you ever want to meet up and talk, maybe meet for coffee, talk on the phone, etc., and we can talk about all the reasons why I chose Northwest Arkansas versus anywhere else in America. Also, if you haven't been down to Northwest Arkansas quite yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. Sounds exactly what it is. It's literally a starter pack full of all the cool things Northwest Arkansas. What's going on down Bentonville? What's going on in Fayetteville? What are the schools like? What are the hospitals like? All the things you need to know about this area. Package. Ship right to your home. Right to your home. Literally, right to your home. Enter your name below. Enter your address below. Where is this package going to? Let me know with all the information below. I'll make sure they get the package shipped to you right away. Also, side note, it does come with your first free mountain bike, so that's pretty cool. And I know what you're thinking. It is my favorite four-letter F word. Free! So enter your information below and make sure they get the package shipped to you right away. Alright, so a little bit of an intro to this video. If you do not live here currently, I'll explain what's going on. If you do live here currently, you'll know exactly what this is. So Bentonville, basically RDOT, Arkansas Department of Transportation, has released the starting phases of how to fix 102. If you are a native here, you understand what 102 is. It's a highway in Bentonville. If you're not a native here, just know that whenever people say that there's a lot of traffic in Northwest Arkansas because I came from Chicago. That's traffic. That's real, true traffic. People that have grown up here, that have seen the growth, they would experience like, oh, we have more cars now, therefore it's traffic. 102 is a major, it's a highway that connects 49, which is the major highway that runs north and south. 102 actually is a highway that connects from 49 over to Centerton. That is probably the closest amount of traffic I've compared to Chicago here. AKA, it's a bit wild to say the least. So 102 is going to be solved. And so today we're diving in a little bit about the plans, what they're going to be doing, how they're going to change the whole environment around the area, and what does this mean for both investors, potentially you, and also residential people looking to move the area, and maybe where you want to buy in the area now with this whole kind of situation solved. And the first thing we need to talk about when it comes to RDOT fixing 102, let me give you a little background about what's happening. Simplifying, I'll leave a link below with the website that they're actually, there's a whole meeting, the whole thing. Anyways, expanding the highway, putting the median, so it's gonna be 6 lanes. There's gonna be 2 left turn lanes at some point. There's gonna be some intersections, etc. So basically what's happening is that they're going to relieve the traffic stress so much here. Now, part of it is anyone who lives here natively knows that farther down 102, it can get a little hectic too, but a lot of it is because it gets backed up at that one section between 49 and also the turnoff right there onto 49 and those kind of areas over there. They're fixing about a 1.1 mile stretch, which sounds like big whoopie-doo. But if that problem was solved and relieved, that would make traffic go so much faster. Because it's not the stoplights down the pathway that are the issue. It's when it gets backed up, kind of on both sides, when you're going out towards Centerton and back towards Centerton, it becomes kind of an issue. And especially on lane, turn lane, the whole. So fixing 102 will, obviously the whole point of this is to make traffic move faster. And so it definitely will with these new plans that are on board when it comes to this whole section over there. And the second thing we need to talk about with RDOT fixing Highway 102, the first one was to talk about ease of traffic. The second part is actually what it's going to do for businesses. Now, the thing about this 102 is that it's near the old Walmart Health Center. That's going to be, I think they demolished it, or I'm not sure what they're going to do with that, but I know that there's going to be changed a lot over there because they have a new health center, of course. Anyways, both sides will become more commercial, obviously. Now, I don't know what they're going to do with eminent domain and yada, yada, yada. But long story short, the reason that there isn't a lot of businesses in that area in general for that one almost 2 mile stretch is because there's so much traffic. So the ease of traffic will be a big deal. But honestly, with this ease of traffic coming to play in this 1 to 2 mile strip now, what really is happening is that there's a lot more businesses to actually be established there. Part of the reason that it's hard to convince businesses to go in a high traffic area because you're thinking, oh, more traffic, more great, and blah, 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 blah. There is a limit to how much traffic is good traffic. And 102 definitely crosses that threshold. So long story short, or short story long, is that essentially that with the ease of traffic or the better flow of traffic, it allows businesses to establish themselves there. And then on top of that, make it easy to get in and out of all those different things. And so you'll be seeing a lot more businesses pop up in that 102 section in the next, once they finish up, I'm sure it'll take probably another 2 years for them to really button, the whole kit and caboodle. But you imagine that in 2 to 3 years, a lot more businesses will exist right there. Although I actually might do it even before that with RDOT committing to actually fix that. Whoa. Before we jump on to the next point, I have something brand new called Instant Home Updates. So maybe you're looking to move to the area and using things like Realtor.com, Zillow.com, or Redfin. Way too slow. Notifications, way too slow. That's why I made something called Instant Home Updates. Sounds exactly what it is. It's called Instant Home Updates. So enter your information below: square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms. Where do you want to move to Northwest Arkansas? Let me know with all the information below. I'll make sure you don't miss a single notification when it comes for homes for sale or for rent, all in Northwest Arkansas. Also, side note, every single Friday I send an email out just kind of talking about all the cool things in Northwest Arkansas. What's going on downtown Bentonville? What's going on in Fayetteville? What's going on downtown Rogers? What's going on in Pinnacle? What new businesses are moving here? What's going on over at the racetrack inn? What's going on? So many things all the time. Enter your name and email below and make sure you get the email every single Friday, just kind of keeping you up to date with all the cool things in Northwest Arkansas. But sadly, side note, you will get a little fear of missing out, a little FOMO, so to speak. But I promise you will be the most important person at Benchie when you make your way down to Northwest Arkansas. And the third thing we need to be aware of when it comes to RDOT fixing Highway 102, the first part were about traffic and about actual more businesses coming there. But the other thing we need to be aware of, and I'm not sure how the city / Arkansas is going to handle this, but there's going to be some land that's going to go from residential to commercial. If you look at 102, there's already obviously a lot of houses that have been converted to commercial. And I'm sure they're going to expand that, and I'm sure they're going to take some driveway space, or maybe I don't know, but they're crafty when it comes to making space work, or they could go to the other side and that'd be a whole thing. Long story short, I imagine that some houses in certain parts of 102 are going to have to be converted to commercial, or be honestly taken down because of the space of land, and they want to add, they want to make sure that they add the proper pathways and etc. So knowing that and knowing how all the process works, they're probably going to take some land on the north side of 102, which is definitely more commercial and more Walmart land, and then minimal land on the south side. And then south side is where, at the south end of 102 is where more of the residential lives. So I can imagine them taking more from the north, but you never know. I'm not sure how they're handling this one, but I do know, without a shadow of a doubt, there will be some residential going commercial on this new part here. And the fourth thing we need to talk about when it comes to RDOT fixing Highway 102, and this actually might be the more important one of all this besides actually fixing the traffic itself, this will allow Centerton to grow. Now, Centerton, if you are not native here, or not native if you don't live here currently, Centerton is next to Bentonville, so you have to go through Bentonville to get to Centerton. Centerton is definitely more an affordable housing place, and a lot of times when people move here, they end up in Centerton. Great housing, fun environment, etc., close to Bentonville, and all the amenities. I digress. But one thing to consider is that 102, the highway is a direct connection to Centerton. The heart and direct connection to Centerton is 102. And a lot of times people would be not as excited to move to Centerton, knowing the fact that 102 is on the pathway to get to their house because of traffic. So now with this brand new plan being developed and done, it will allow Centerton to continue to grow, obviously. So obviously what we're going to be doing is expanding 102 to make bigger lanes and more cars in general, because so much traffic does go to Centerton in general. So knowing this fact, knowing everything's happening, this will definitely be a plus for Centerton, even though they're not even directly connected to it, they're indirectly, but it allows Centerton to continue to grow. And as it does grow, it makes traffic a little bit easier, to say the least. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you are thinking about coming down to Northwest Arkansas, download my 3-day itineraries link below. Maybe you're an adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're a sightseer, maybe you have kids, whatever it is. There's a 3-day itinerary link down below for you, so go ahead and download it and use it to get down here. Also, when you do come down here, I can give you the $10 tour so I can kind of show you around the whole area. Plus, you can check out some homes for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, let's see you next one.